Hello everyone, welcome to your daily card reading for September 12th, 2014. And I apologize for the late readings. I'm having a lot of trouble with the internet and I'm really busy right now, so I'm trying to load it and it's not loading. And I swear to God, I kept waking up like every hour last night trying to load this thing and it just wasn't happening. So, unfortunate internet situation. So we'll see how this goes. I guess it's for, I know I'm already late. I'm behind schedule because I'm having trouble loading it. Yeah, Yeeks. Yeeky's here. And, but anyway, so this, you know what, let's make this for the 12th and the 13th right now, and, because I'm already behind, and that will just catch us up, and then I'll still post the same, you know, amount of time as I have been doing, but I'm just falling behind a little bit because the loading is so slow. So, alright, so this is for Friday the 12th and Saturday the 13th. Okay, we have surprises. Hope, health, love, and happiness, and the promise of all that springtime brings. The Magnolia Tree, number 23. Axis Mundi. And Umlilo. And Quinta. And Little Pumpkin. Okay. So stepping back and looking at this. Okay. Okay, on this side I see this very, you know, the solid leader that is the, what yeeks, the pole on which the earth turns, the axis on which the earth turns, and then, and also the kind of the center of the storm, the strange attractor for the chaos. So it kind of, a little bit, you know, if you're really a powerful leader, people are going to put you to the test. You know, I mean, there is no powerful leader in the world, and everyone can be a powerful leader. I mean, there's no powerful everyone, you know, knows powerful leaders in their life, or they are powerful leaders. And I mean, you don't have to be like grand scheme. You can just be a leader in your community, and that powerful lead that you have and the people around you, everyone knows who the leaders are, and they put them to the test. So that's what a leader is. They have to deal with the psychologies of the lower intelligence, or the as the I Ching says, the inferior man, which is, they say man because it's the I Ching, but the inferior person. So the superior person always has to deal with the inferior person trying to take the superior person over. So this is the conflict of humanity. This is the drama of life. Everyone who is naturally powerful is put to the test by those who are naturally destructive. You know, the givers are put to the test by the takers. So the lovers are put to the test by the haters. Yee, you're so vocal today, huh? So, yeah, yeeks. Yeah. Here, I'll show you Yeeky. She's talking so much. Here's Yeeky. I know her eyes are doing something funny. She had an eye problem before, and it's kind of been well, we've been working on it, but I think that's why she got attacked anyway, because she has this weird eye problem. But anyway, okay, so back to the concept of the leader. And, you know, Yiki, I want to integrate Yiki into this reading because she's so vocal here. And, you know, this is about, okay, Axis Mundi actually was her boyfriend. And he was the great leader. And he took care of everyone and fed everyone. And really, everything revolved around him, the whole chicken flock. And he wasn't the biggest boy. Actually, Umlilo was a part of the flock, but everybody surrendered to Mundi. If they didn't, they weren't a member of my flock. If anyone beat up Mundi, I got rid of him because he was my number one flock leader. And his girlfriend Yiki here keeps talking, and you know, this is about values and really kind of, you have your values and you have your importance, you have your sacred path, and you're blind, and so he's struggling with this inability to see. And I mean, this is like, you know, the eye of the storm, not sure how the storm is going to settle. This is about the leader that doesn't know how to solve the problems of others. They only know how to be in the middle of it all. And so paired with Mundi, with this great leader that really, just like Yiki, has a set of values that they hold to always. That's what made Mundi a great leader, is that he always had his values and nothing could ever shake him. He never ate any treat. He gave them out to everyone. I mean, that was his nature. And you know, he never was aggressive, but he never backed down either. He would always stand his ground. So you know, someone attacked him, he wouldn't run. But, you know, he stood his ground, but he would never attack. It was just that he had to stand his ground, you know. So Yiki was a part of him because that was his girlfriend, and she's here with me now, and, you know, she's having a hard time seeing, too. Like, how do you go? How do you have your values, you have your morals, you have your ethics. You're gonna do right. You're gonna be the leader. You're gonna be like Mundi. You're gonna be that strong point that you know, stays connected to the heavens and reaches down throughout all of the life force, and remains connected to that divine source of intelligence and love, and stays stable in that, and will not be changed, will not be turned. They are the ones that everything turns on. They will not be turned themselves. So they are the strong point that you know, will ground the rest of reality. They really set the grounding for everybody, even though everything's chaotic and crazy and swirling around them, and, you know, putting them to the test. You know, it's just that chaos that surrounds the leader, and sometimes you don't know how you're going to go. You don't know what the way forward is. You don't know how to stop other people from acting out. So you just really have to keep that center and keep that balance within yourself, and keep that trust and that faith and that connection beyond the life force. That we all have a connection beyond the life force. We have our connection to existence, which is not not life. There's two differences of forces, and there's a life force, and then there's existence. And Mundi, Axis Mundi, is a life connected to existence. And that powerful connection with existence, really stirs up the life. Stirs up, everything going on within all the different minds and energy systems of life forces. So, but by having that connection to existence, you have that stability, and you even though you cannot see the way forward, even though, like Yiki, you have your values and you don't know how it's going to work, that's what existence is for. When you have that connection to existence, existence works it out for you. So you don't have to think about it. It's not a conscious choice. It's not a mental processing thing that you have to do. You just have to have that faith and have that connection and allow life to do whatever it's going to do around you. And you stay calm. You stay that point of center in the storm. So, okay. So that was my little Yiki combination. And now she's, you're kind of going back to sleep. Okay. So, but she got real vocal there, and I wasn't even touching her. She just was, talking. So, anyway, we integrated her. And then to combine Axis Mundi with Umlilo. Umlilo is the fires of the heart, and the fires of heaven that make things happen for people. That actually, it is. Umlilo does have to do with the life force, whereas Axis Mundi has to do with, yes, he is a life force and he's connecting to existence, though, and that's the center of power. Whereas Umlilo is actually, that's the fire of life there. Umlilo is the fire of life. He has to do with the passion of the heart and really putting it out there and having that influence on the life force around him. And my example with him was that he really was impractical, and no practical reason to bring him to Thailand, really. I mean, in terms of breeding and my amount of roosters, and it just didn't make any sense. But I loved him so much, and it actually made more sense than anything to bring him. At the same time, the irony, because of his love for me and his compatibility with the chickens. So because of his great love for me, he got his ticket, and then also, he actually did. He was a little rambunctious. He was just like a fiery male. So he really kind of created chaos, which was a reason it was kind of trouble to bring him. But at the same time, you can't blame him for that, And I mean, he has this passion and this heart in him, and he does. He's a good boy, and actually he gets beat up by the other boys. The little boys will chase him, but he's such a sweetheart that I'll never blame him, or even though there is kind of a conflict, or where kind of a sense that he has difficulty fitting into the chicken flock. At the same time, he belongs there, and he does have his power, because he's okay. He's doing good, and things have twisted and turned, and he really he's an amazing boy that earned his right and earned his way, and he is integrating better and better. And so anyway, the thing was that he was recognized for his heart. He was recognized for his passion, and that was the most important thing for me. That this boy, I could never I could never leave him behind. He has to come with me. He has to be in my life, this boy. I love Umlilo. So, I do need to get him a new coop, though, because he has bad hairdressers, and he lets everyone kind of groom his head. I don't know. But I'm just saying that he's too nice, really, for his own good. But he is a very powerful, loving life force. And he gets his way with life. And even though he kind of, maybe gives too much to the life force sometimes. He's the underdog, for sure. But at the same time, he does have his power, and he does have his passion, and he does have his will. And he has his girls, and he has his little thing going on. He has his little, little rooster cocky dance, and he's a riot. He's hilarious. He's funny. He probably has more personality than most of it. I mean, he's really an amazing chicken. So, anyway, his influence in life is powerful, no matter what. And he got his ticket to Thailand, and he's in my flock, and I want him to have his own coop and his own leadership. He's not an underdog so much anymore. He's kind of established himself a little more now, but same thing. Really about he's letting the girls kind of groom his head a little too much. So anyway, point is he gets his way. I mean, he's so amazing that I will get him another chicken coop. He's my reason for doing things. So he gets brought with me. He, same as Mundi. Mundi was my reason for doing things, and Umlilo will get me to do things. So he really has a power over life, and he is gaining more and more power and more influence within the life force. So when the concept of life getting chaotic around Mundi, Umlilo also kind of has that, where life will it's attracted to Umlilo and will kind of pick on him, but at the same time he has that influence to really get his way, and he has this sense of power in another way, where he has his girls, he has his he gets his own coop, he gets his own he gets his ticket, he gets his own kennel when he goes with his girls. He gets his right away because of who he is. So he does have an influence on the life. Okay, so this side, wow, this is a really long reading. Sorry about this. Okay, so this side we have Little Pumpkin and Quinta. So this is really about, we have our fears about things, we have our anxieties and our fears, but we need to step back and see the bigger picture. We're having a child, we're having our creative project, we're having something birth into the world. Something is coming to us, something is coming through us, and is coming for the sake of the world, and we are graced with the birthing process of something. And even though there's fears and anxieties and kind of a narrow focus, we need to step back and realize that Quinta is also the life path, and it doesn't matter what those petty fears or concerns are, or whatever, whatever anxieties or frustrations you have, they're really not going to get in the way of your life path. Your life path overrides all things. What is your life path, you will have. You're meant to be your life path. You were born with it. This is your way. So when you get scared or feel overwhelmed or get frustrated or have anxiety about something, step back, see the bigger picture. You have your children coming to you, you have your creative projects coming through you, and the world relates to that. And we have surprises that come in the end. Here, I'm going to stop this for a second because we're running out of time. Okay. So, So we have this combination of leadership, and with Yiki's little addition to that, this was her boyfriend, Mundi, and this is about, really the chaos around you, and you're the still point, the center still point, and you have, you might be picked on, but you have a power. And Yiki here is the sense of values, and really living that life of values. And then, look, it's Mundi. Yeah. And living that life of values, and even if you can't see very well right now, like she can't, it's okay. You can still feel your way, and you have to have faith in that stillness, and faith in your heart and your soul, because it has the influence. And then on this side we have Little Pumpkin, which is projects and creativity coming through us, and our life path that really is going to take form regardless of whatever doubts or fears or anxieties or whatever we might be having. It doesn't matter, because we're granted our life path. That's our life path, and we just have to have that stillness and that faith, and even if we don't feel like we can see, we need to just put one foot in front of the other and keep that stillness, and have that passion and that soul, and know that actually does have a huge influence on things. Huge. That's how the doors open. That's how the way will flow, is through that heart and that soul and that passion. And we get our life path no matter what. So just be open, be conscious of this creativity and this birthing process coming through you, and know that the world is going to relate to that. And the middle card here is the magnolia tree again, and it's surprises. Number 23. And 23, I don't normally mention the numbers, but 23, I have my own system of reading numbers, so 23 to me means really connecting to whatever is outside of you, and really moving forward in the physical world. So a strong movement in the physical world by really relating to anything that is outside of you, in any which way it is. You know how to relate and move. So you have the magnolia tree with the surprises coming in, and it says hope, health, love, and happiness, and the promise of all that springtime brings. And that light pink is the subconscious, so it's really not a conscious thing. That's how existence works, is through the subconscious. And there's a lot of powerful, really powerful things that happen slowly through the subconscious, but they're more powerful than anything. It's really like the movement of the universe that works through the subconscious. The superconscious is within the subconscious. So that's the mind of the supreme intelligence, love, that works through that subconscious. So anyway, get ready for surprises, because you have this power here, and you have your divine right, and you have your creativity and your projects that you're giving birth to, that the world relates to. So okay, well, I hope everyone got what they needed out of this today, and I think he's ready for bed. And I'll see you all again tomorrow. I'll see you again tomorrow, but this is for the 12th and 13th. Right, okay. So, okay, see you tomorrow. Thanks.